What's going on, guys? Vulkan here, and today we're talking about Quincy, the Bandit King. So this is your first kind of V-Blood unit that requires a crafted item in order to access and does have some interesting mechanics. Now he's also where you get your first ultimate ability. So let's talk a little bit about him and how to get that fight started. Now if you don't want any spoilers, feel free to check out some of my other V-Rising videos instead. So like I said, the Bandit King is the first kind of keystone enemy per se. The guy isn't too hard as long as you're near his level, but if you're under leveled, he is an absolute nightmare to deal with. So to get started, you do have to complete a few prerequisites. First, you need to be level 30 and you have to kill Clive the Firestarter. This boss is going to give you the recipe for an explosives box, and this is used to blow up like massive resource deposits, but also for breaching walls. You can find Clive in the far left-hand side of Farbane Woods in the Sulfur Quarry. Now, once you take care of Clive, stick around that sulfur pit and farm out some sulfur ore because you're going to need a lot of it in order to craft one of these explosive devices. Next, head back to your base, put the ore in the furnace to get the sulfur. Now you want to head to the alchemy table and craft an explosive box. It needs 8 sulfur, 8 planks, and 4 whetstones. Now, once you have all of these, you can craft the box, and now you can access the Bandit King. Now, I do want to mention if someone else has blown up the door to the Bandit King's stronghold, which is in the northernmost center part of Farbane Woods. So if that gate's blown open, you can just skip all of this. But if not, you do need to complete these steps, but a blown off door does last for about an hour if I recall correctly. Now, one thing that I see a lot of people having questions on is how do I actually use the device? You need to drag the explosives box onto your toolbar. So place it at like number 7, for instance. Press 7 on your keyboard or whichever number you put it in, and you can set it on the ground. At that point, hit it with one of your weapons, and then you'll have a few seconds to get away before it blows up. Make sure to put it within range of the actual gate itself. If you put it too far away, then it's not going to work. Now, once you're inside the Bandit Stronghold, you need to follow the stairs all the way to the top. There's going to be groups of enemies. You're going to have to take them out along the way. Now, I would highly recommend getting to the base before nightfall. That way you have the full night to clear and fight the king. We ran into an issue during beta where we were just running out of time every single attempt, and the arena he fights in has almost no shade. So it's either do it during the night or you're going to have to be fighting the sun and him. Now, once you reach Quincy, he's going to have 2 minions with him. They're very easy to take care of, so just nuke them with AoE skills and then focus your time on the boss. So Quincy has a few skills to watch out for. One, he has an Earthquake Slam. This creates kind of cracks in the ground and they'll explode after a few seconds. These deal a moderate amount of damage, so you want to make sure to avoid them pretty much at all costs, and they're easily avoidable. He has a charge. This is going to cause Quincy to run towards you in a straight line pretty quickly, I might add, so you do have a few seconds to dodge out of the way. Now, if he hits you, it's going to deal a large amount of damage and possibly one-shot you if you're low enough. The next one he's going to put up is a Mirror Shield. So Quincy will create this kind of bulwark. It's going to block all your damage and reflect any projectiles that you throw at him. This is particularly bad if you're close range and you try to use a skill like Chaos Bolts, because those hit pretty hard. They'll bounce off and they'll hit you, dealing the damage to you and leave a burn on you, which is just not great. Lastly, he also has an Enrage skill. So you'll see him kind of yell, he'll glow red, and then immediately after that, he's going to chain together 3 very fast charges. And these can easily kill you if you eat more than one of them. So once he's done with that skill, he's going to take a knee so you can easily get some extra damage in on him. This is very key, so make sure to kind of time it out, and then once he's done, be near him. That way you can get as much damage in as possible. And that's it for his skills, guys. That's his whole kind of toolkit. Besides that, he's going to summon minions. You'll need to take care of those. I highly recommend killing them before returning to damage the boss because they can get very, very annoying, especially if they're archers or they're trappers. There's nothing worse than getting trapped with a net and then having him charge and kill you. It's just a wombo combo. You don't want any part of that. It's bad. And honestly, guys, that's it. That's the entire kind of encounter and how to access the Bandit King. I was able to solo him at gear score 36 using a merciless sword. It worked out really well. After he was downed, I could make iron weapons and hollow fang gear, which launched me into the next tier and unlocked that next set of weapons that I did not have access to during the beta, which again makes this whole game just kind of explode. It blows the doors open. So once you get to iron, it's just a whole new game, which is fantastic. So guys, I hope that this overview helps. Happy hunting, folks. Thank you so much for all the support for the V-Rising videos. It's been fantastic. But as always, guys, this has been Vulkan, and I'll talk to you next time.